Stephanie, and I will be talking about the disposition of teaching. Now, with my understanding of disposition, the dispositions that I possess that I think will make me a successful teacher is patience. When it comes to teaching, you have to be patient with the children because a lot of the children have different education levels and they all learn on their own paces. So some students might be a little bit faster than others with their learning, which means that you have to work and use some extra time with students who are going at a different and yet slower pace than the others, to help them understand what you are teaching them and what they are supposed to be learning. Another disposition that I think I possess is emotions. Now, whenever it comes to a child, you always have to be emotional and sympathetic with them. Because if you are very hardcore, if you're not very gentle with them, they're not going to learn to trust you. And that's going to make you have a difficult time having trusting and really nice relationships with the students. And that's something that is really important when it comes to your teaching because if your own student doesn't trust you, then you're not going to really have a very successful teaching career, as having a really nice relationship with your students are pretty important. Um, Another disposition that I think I possess that makes me a successful teacher is being very friendly. Now, if you are friendly, the students will always want to talk to you, they'll always want to have fun with you, they'll trust you. But if you're just really mean and you're not very gentle with them and you're not very comforting to them, they are not going to want to talk to you. They're just going to want to be scared of you and they're always going to try to keep their distance away from you because of how mean and cruel you are to them. Now, the disposition that you need to work on before you enter a classroom to be a first year teacher is patience, personality, kindness, gentleness, and basically experience. If you don't have any experience with any children, it's going to be kind of difficult for you to understand how to teach and how the classroom environment works. Only because you're going to need extra hands-on training with other teachers who do have the experience, and that's going to kind of slow down the process with teaching the students because they're trying to focus on you and trying to catch you up on how you should be acting in a classroom, which makes it very difficult. Um, the qualities that professional educators should display, um, they should really be friendly. Like I mentioned before, if you're not friendly, they're not going to want to talk to you. The students are not going to want to talk to you. They're not going to trust you, and they're going to be scared of you. You need to have an open mind, take into consideration of why and how children act, but we don't really know anybody's story. So if a child acts a specific way than the other students do, there is a reason. Whether it could be something that's personal or something that involves a family or something that's physical about them that we don't understand, that we need to understand and learn so that way we know how to work with the child. Um, you should also be pretty, I don't want to say funny, but it would be nice if you had a sense of humor because I know a lot of children, when they have a teacher who isn't really humorous, they don't really crack jokes, or they don't really have a nice time or fun time with them, the children get bored very easily and they don't really consider you to be a good teacher. Now, a lot of teachers would say, oh no, you want to keep it professional. That is true, but you also want to have some fun with the kids because that's what's going to make them love you and appreciate you even more during their school time and their education lifestyle, which definitely improves their learning because if you're boring, they're not going to want to learn anything and they're not going to be paying attention to when their education will be affected negatively. Now, that's how I feel about the disposition after reviewing it.